the king of haters.
Is that real?
The whole time you pretended to be my friend. You made me do this.
I thought it was Reverse Flash. I thought maybe it was Skip Bayless or even me, but no. Kendrick is the king of haters. It's solidified. He said it himself. The whole world stood by and watched this man execute Drake live on Academic Stream, and no one did anything about it. We just stood there. It's crazy because it all started off pretty chill with a song like that back in March. Great song. It's in my gym playlist. Kendrick dissed Drake and J. Cole out of nowhere, unwarranted. The song got a little buzz behind it. I ain't gonna act like it was anything too crazy, but you know, it was a little bit of flexing, a little bit of F the big three, it's just big me, you know, standard dissing practices. And everyone was expecting a response from both J. Cole and Drake, and we got one. First dude to respond was Jermaine. And you know, he was keeping it about the music. First ish a classic, last ish was tragic. You know, he was talking his ish. Everyone was hyped. They was ready for a little back and forth from the rap team. Just a bunch of rich dudes flexing on each other. We gotta love it. But what happened next blindsided everyone. Before Kendrick or Drake even drop a diss, Jermaine Cole, he backed out. What are you doing? Took down the song and apologized. And as expected, he got clowned for this crazy. Everyone calling him a female dog.
Right move,
that thing girls keep it between their legs. It was messed up, man. Messed up.
He made the right move. I mean, at first, you know, it is like really, bro. Like, how you gonna make a diss and then you just gonna back out? But he made the right move, to be honest. Shoot.
One of them. But backing out in hindsight was for sure the best thing Jermaine Cole could have done. He saw something all of our feeble minds couldn't see. A bad future where this beef went from surface level disses to personal disses. And Jermaine was right, cause then Drake dropped push-ups. And that's when stuff got personal. Not only did he call Kendrick short, but worst of all, he said he wears a size 7. A size 7! And he brought his baby mama into it. That made stuff personal. Everyone was going crazy. Reactions were made, tweets were tweeted. People couldn't believe Drake had done the unthinkable. The forbidden zone. He called him short, and everyone was ready for that Kendrick diss. They knew Kendrick was about to spit some heat and just pulverize Drake. But surprisingly, after push-ups, Kendrick was radio silent. And for a while too. And y'all know Ack was making sure he calmed down every day, every second, every millisecond that Kendrick was dropping to make sure his glorious King Drizzy won the beef. Day 2, no drop. Day 3, no drop. Day 5, no drop. Then Drake drops Tailor Made Freestyle, another Kendrick diss. It was trash though. Day 11, no drop. Day 13, no drop.
Gosh, I don't know what the heck he was thinking with that, bro. Like, you really think making an AI Tupac voice was gonna be smart to do? An AI Tupac? Who else did he have? He had Snoop Dogg. Was that it? I don't remember. He had Tupac and he had Snoop, but I don't remember what else. I think that was it. I don't know. But it was horrible. I don't know.
Drop. Day 15, no drop. Day 16, no drop from Kendrick. Things were looking grim. It was looking like it was over. But on the 17th day, at about 12 p.m., I get a text from one of my closest homies. It's a link to a song titled Euphoria. Like, the show? Don't know by who. I can't see a name since it's a link. I'm thinking he's just trying to show me a new artist or something. I click on the link. My YouTube loads it up. Still don't know who it is. Then my eyes glance down to the channel name. And at the same time, I hear it.
Them superpowers get neutralized. I can only watch in silence. The famous actor we once knew is looking paranoid and now spiraling. You're moving just like a degenerate.
Kendrick had finally responded to Drake after 17 days. Academic stupid countdown was done. And Kendrick did not, 1, disappoint, and 2, definitely 2, he did not hold back. He told him he hated the way that he walked, the way that he talked, he hate the way that he dressed. He told him to get back at Pusha T. He even called him a baddie, called him a godless deadbeat, made fun of the Canadian accent, and greatest of all, he told him,
we don't wanna hear you say nigga no more.
I know my white viewers felt that. It was looking over for Drake. I thought he was out for the count for sure, Cody. Academics was coping on Twitter, and to add a cherry on top of Euphoria, Kendrick dropped 616 in LA, which the title alone has so many meanings. This man Kendrick is too smart for me to try to break it down, but I could put it in simple terms. In this diss track, Kendrick was saying that there's mold in Drake's operation, feeding him information, and if he continues to respond, things will get bad. He was warning him. It was a warning. Yeah, literally. It's done. It's done. Drake lost. A single day later, Drake drops his response to Kendrick.
That was like the punch back to push-ups. That was the punch back to push-ups, and what was the other one? Something freestyle, or I don't know what the hell it was, but it was a punch to that. The warning was like, hey, bro, you better back off before I literally ruin your entire career.
Titled Family Matters. And as the
Family
honest
Matters.
individual that I
That-
am,
To be honest,
it sounded pretty good.
yeah, it was pretty good. I'm not gonna lie. Family Matters was pretty good. I'll give him that.
Mind you, while listening to this, I was pissed off that it actually sounded pretty good. I really wanted Kendrick to just sweep him, but good music is good music. I can't resist it. My foot started tapping, my shoulder started popping, I started hitting the worm. And Drake was matching energy on Kendrick's last 2 disses because he came with some information. First of all, he called Kendrick short again. He had to get it out the way. It was pretty funny, I'm not gonna lie to you. Then he said Kendrick's GM is his BM's BD. And if you don't know what that means, that means Kendrick is not the father. And lastly, he said that Kendrick be getting a little too physical with his wife. Kendrick, my boy, is this true? You gonna have to get to explaining. This had the internet going crazy again. Reactions were made, tweets were tweeted, stories were posted. I didn't think it was over by any means though. I thought, you know, since this was a pretty good song, maybe it's even? And it was even. For about 15 minutes, cause Kendrick dropped again. Kendrick drops Meet the Grams.
Bro, oh my gosh. Like, just hearing those 2 words, Kendrick dropped. Over. It's over. The beef is over. After Family Matters, once you hear Kendrick dropped, you're done. And especially if it was, he said it was 15 minutes. I think it was like 30 or 45 minutes after. It was under an hour. But you like, he was hyping it up too. Drake was hyping that up. He put in his story like, watch what I have in store for this, you know, watch what I have in store for today. Just keep streaming and everything. He kept saying to people, and you know, he was hyping that up. And he even made a music video for it. A music video for a diss. While you're having the beef, you should be tied. Meet the Grams. Yeah, no one cares about your Family Matters anymore. Meet the Grams is the new stuff, you know? That's the new stuff. Yeah, that's all we care about, you know? We care about that dun 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 dun. Like, come on.
Only came at the dude from Degrassi, but he did it in a way that only Kendrick could do.
Dear Adonis, I'm sorry that man is your father. Let me be honest.
He went one by one down this man's entire family tree and told them how bad of a person Drake is. He talked to his mom Sandra, his dad Dennis, his son Adonis. He even eventually talked to Drake directly. And people were loving it. Reactions were being made, tweets were being tweeted, stories were being posted. Academics was crying on stream. But the real thing that made this song go crazy was,
dear baby girl, I'm sorry that your father not active inside your world.
Baby girl? Who's baby girl? Kendrick dropped a nuke of an allegation. He said that Drizzy Drake...
And it doesn't even matter if that wasn't real. It really doesn't even matter. The fact that he just dropped after your music video and said all the other information on this song, Meet the Grams, because the Dear Baby Girl wasn't the only thing. The daughter thing wasn't the only thing that was on the diss. There was a lot more things on that diss. And Drake was only worried about the daughter. That was it. That was all he was worried about. Worried about everything else. He's missing the point.
Had an 11-year-old daughter that he is not claiming. This reveal gave everyone flashbacks to 2018 when Pusha T exposed Drake for having an unclaimed son. Now you're telling me he's a deadbeat father to an 11-year-old girl? And not only that, he also implied that there might be more children. Bro, this man Drake is half black, half Mexican, having hella kids and abandoning all of them. What the? This song gave me chills. I was scared for Drake. It was crazy, because aside from the big shock that the daughter thing was, Kendrick also said Drake was a manipulator, a liar, a gooner, a gambling addict, a perk popper, a colonizer, and a predator. Most of those allegations alone could put you in a Sunny V2 video, but the predator thing is a wild allegation to throw out there. And everybody low-key believed it, I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna say he did it for certain because it's all alleged, but come on, we can all agree. He's done some questionable things. OVO and Drake fans were in shambles. You know what? At least it can't get any worse.
Trying to strike a chord and it's probably A minor.
Kendrick was out here moving like Chris Hansen, trying to expose the entirety of OVO. He drops another song again the next day, the song Not Like Us. This song 10 out of 10. I can't lie to you. It was a nail in the coffin just to hammer home that predator point, really making sure we know that OVO and Drake all allegedly have the same name as this dude. It was once again looking over for Drake. Internet was going crazy. Reactions were being made. Tweets were being tweeted. Comments were being left. Academics was rocking with it. But it wasn't over. Drake dropped yet another song responding to Kendrick, and it was not well received.
Yeah, horrible. He shouldn't even have done it. He should have stayed silent. You lost the beef, bro. You lost the beef. No one cares if you gave him like fake information about the daughter thing. You're missing the point. You're missing the full point, bro. Literally. Like, come on, bro. And then you're gonna talk about Kendrick being molested? Even though he literally said in one of his songs, I forgot which song it was called, the entire time he was saying that he wasn't molested. But still, why? Like, that's not even a diss, bro. Like, what is that? Like, you were molested? Okay. Like, what?
At least. And it's not because it was trash. It's really because the whole song was pretty much, yeah. How can I be a predator if y'all ain't catch me?
Exactly.
I mean, not saying I did, but if I did it, y'all wouldn't know. Not saying, Kendrick short. You're short, Kendrick. Day free. Yep. This is the result. The king of haters, Kendrick Lamar, successfully turned most of the global population against Drizzy Drake, making everyone effectively pretty much hate him. If that's not greatness, I don't know what is. And moral of the story, I guess you were right, Germanius Cole. I guess you were right.
Greatness right here. Greatness. Absolute peak, absolute cinema, bro. My GOAT. Fire video. Like it.